Naruto has had a long history of video game releases, and with the upcoming release of Naruto Storm 4, it's timely that in this video we'll be taking a look at the top 10 Naruto games so far. For this list, we are only including Naruto games that came stateside, so keep that in mind. With that being said, let's get right into this. Number 10, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm was the first Naruto game released on the PlayStation 3. The game was released in 2008 and was actually very anticipated and hyped up before its release. The obvious standout of Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm is the gorgeous visuals. This was the first time where people saw a Naruto game and thought, oh my god, it looks better than the anime. The ultimate jutsus looked amazing as well and was a technical achievement to say the least. However, the lackluster single-player mode and the awfully simplistic gameplay held Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm back from greatness. The single-player does let you explore the Lee Village and that's pretty fun, but the Naruto narrative was portrayed pretty poorly in this game. Number 9, Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2. The Ultimate Ninja games on PlayStation 2 were very popular games. The first game set the foundation for the series, but with the second game you could really see the gameplay elements coming together. With around 30 different characters to play as well as a fleshed out single player mode, Ultimate Ninja 2 was the first really content-filled Naruto game. If I have one complaint about the game, it would be the ridiculously long ultimate jutsus. At first they were cool, but when you see Sasuke's Chidori sequence that takes 2 minutes to finish for the 30th time, yeah, at that point it got a bit tedious. Number 8, Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution. While the Clash of Ninja games didn't have the sheer content that some of the Ultimate Ninja games had, what the series excelled at was pure fun. With Clash of Ninja Revolution, it was some of the most fun I've ever had on the Wii. While the majority of Naruto games were one-on-one battles, Clash of Ninja was 4-player brawls similar to the Super Smash Bros. Games. The game was absolute mayhem and just a blast, especially if you had a few friends over all playing. That's when you were really getting the most out of this game. Number 7, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Heroes 3. Ultimate Ninja Heroes is the one game on this list that appeared on a handheld, that being the PSP. Being on a portable device, don't expect the visual fidelity of Ultimate Ninja Storm, rather you'll be getting a streamlined experience of the Ultimate Ninja games that were on PS2. The transition works out pretty well, and in Ultimate Ninja Heroes 3, the game retains the fact that it's loaded with content. A pretty long single player mode and a good bunch of characters cap off the best Naruto showing on a portable device. Ultimate Ninja on the go is exactly what you're getting out of Heroes 3. Number 6, Naruto Rise of the Ninja. The first Naruto game on the Xbox 360 published by Ubisoft was Naruto Rise of the Ninja. This was clearly not a perfect game, there was quite a bit of issues. The obvious being the lack of content, the single player was fairly short and there weren't that many characters to pick from. However, Rise of Ninja's short single player was also the best crafted up until that point. Being a hybrid of an action platformer and a fighting game worked out really well, the gameplay was a bit more skill based, if not as flashy as the Ultimate Ninja Storm games. So the game did have a really different feel to it. At this point, the game is a bit dated, but in 2007, Rise of the Ninja was a fantastic game only available on Microsoft's console. Number 5, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. Naruto Storm Generations does a lot of things right. The in-depth multiplayer mode, the gigantic roster including characters from the original and Shippuden. The gameplay was also the most refined up to that point and added quite a bit of skill unless you were playing as Deidara. And in the past, the Ultimate Ninja Storm game was more known for its presentation than being a skill-based fighting game. The shortcoming of Generations would be the single player. Some people will like the video game original anime cutscenes, others will find it a disappointment that it didn't follow the same path as the other Storm games. However, as far as pure gameplay goes, Generations is pretty damn good. Number 4, Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3 was the best PS2 Naruto game that came stateside. The lackluster Heroes History mode is easily made up by the awesome Ultimate Contest mode that adds another layer of content to the game. There's a deep roster of characters, and my one gripe with Ultimate Ninja 2 has been remedied in this game. Now instead of having ridiculously long ultimate jutsus, each character has multiple ultimate jutsus that you can pick from before playing, and those don't last nearly as long. It made the matches in the game much more tolerable, and if you're looking for the best Ultimate Ninja game on PS2, Ultimate Ninja 3 is it. Number 3, Naruto The Broken Bond. The sequel to Rise of the Ninja, Broken Bond was also a much better game than its predecessor. Broken Bond took everything that was good about Rise of Ninja, the awesome single player, the exploration, the gameplay, and it made all of that better while adding more content to create a more complete game. Keep in mind that Broken Bond is a direct sequel to Rise of Ninja and begins right where the predecessor left off. To put it into anime terms, Rise of the Ninja ended right after the fight with Gaara, while Broken Bond ends the first part of Naruto. If you're wanting to play the single player of the games, it's better to play them in order, but if you already know the story, you can just jump right into Broken Bond. Number 2, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. To me, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 stands out for its excellent single-player mode. The game takes place from the beginning of Naruto Shippuden and it lasts all the way up to Naruto's fight with Pain. That's about 150 episodes worth of content. There's also an extra mission in the game that introduces Taka, Sasuke, and Killer Bee. While Rise of the Ninja and Broken Bond had very good single-player modes, Ultimate Ninja Storm 2's was just on another level. That part of the game honestly could have been its own separate game. There's a lot of content to it. Coupled with the awesome boss fights, just for the single player, you should go back and play this game if you haven't. The online play was still there, and the roster, while it was Shippuden only, was still pretty good. And number 1, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 takes the gigantic roster from Storm Generations and the awesome single player from Storm 2 and puts that into one game. Just like with Rise of Ninja and Broken Bonds, I would recommend to play Storm 2 single player and then jumping into Storm 3's, but if you already know the story, it doesn't really matter. The boss fights in Storm 3 are once again fantastic and seem to have been brought up a notch over Storm 2's. And as I said, with the roster being loaded, you have so many different characters to try out, whether it be in the local play or if you decide to go online. I should also mention that if you decide to buy this game these days, I would recommend picking up the full burst package, which includes the base game as well as the DLC. So that wraps up our countdown of the top 10 Naruto games so far. What do you think? Do you believe we ranked a game too high, too low, maybe left a game off this list? Let us know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and goodbye.